Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren, and tonight I am here to talk a little bit about social media for my TEL 313 class. And I'm going to give you some of my ideas on social media in the classroom. The first question we need to address is how technology can support the inquiry concept. Obviously, technology is necessary for any sort of social media to be accessed. So, the first thing that technology does for social media is allow access. Additionally, technology allows for increased exposure to this element. Social media is referenced so often that technology is really the thing that makes that such a huge part of kids' lives. Finally, technology allows children to have fluency in social media. Um, Without technology, kids wouldn't be able to really exchange ideas and have an open forum as far as social media goes and practice the ability to handle that in a professional way, in a way where they can show that they know how to use it. How does integrated technology support your learner's process for learning? First, like I discussed before, integrated technology and social media produces a familiarity where students know how to use the product, such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Social media increases the familiarity with those apps and it allows kids to be able to use them to the best of their advantage. And that leads into practice. Um, I think that at a certain age, kids shouldn't be able to really have free reign over social media because there are some, dangers to that. So, something that educators can do is allow them to practice. Um, but this quote here, talking about using fake book or fake tweet, educational blog practice, this is where kids can really get their feet wet without actually becoming involved in social media. They can practice how to conduct themselves on social media. They can practice how to word things, what they can write there, what is safe to share, and all of these things by using educational, practice websites. And finally, they will learn responsibility. Um, One of the articles that I read talked about treating the students as professionals, holding them to a certain standard and expectation, and in turn, the students, really behave in a manner that enables that trust. All of those obviously enhance the learning process. So, as a result of all of these things, you get evidence and final products. And the best thing about social media is that it allows students to quickly find resources. They can search by hashtags on Twitter or Instagram to find resources that are pertinent to their current research topic. They can find multimedia, photos, videos. They can have discussions. And that's what leads us into communication of ideas. One of the examples I found says use YouTube to publish your own educational videos or podcasts. That's just one way that students can communicate their ideas on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They can always put their ideas up there and they can get feedback given that most of these sites have a comment section. So their counterparts can leave them comments, they can respond to those comments, and it's a great way to exchange ideas. Finally, they can share their final products. If a student completes a project or they complete a presentation and they want to share it with the outside world, they can use something like YouTube. Here I have linked a video that students made and they shared it on YouTube, and it's a great way to show that students have the ability to really show you what they do. These particular students did a video on Island of the Blue Dolphins, and I think they did a wonderful job using multimedia to the best of their ability. They recorded in front of a green screen, and they really showed that their use of social media and YouTube is advanced. So this is just an example of students sharing their work via social media.
It's just some ways, some common ways.
I thank you for watching my presentation. Here are some resources.
Like with a cloud sitting on it. Cloud.
Thank you so much.
Well, this